another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So, Saggies, in today's reading, I am going to give you one card from the Denise Lynn, one from the Joe Wall Oracle cards. So, let us get started on your reading. Thank you so much for returning to see my videos. I appreciate it. Did have to take some time off for myself, just to gather my health and my to catch up on my rest, my sleep, things like that. So really, thank you for being here. All right, so let's get started on your reading. See what's going on for you, Saggies. All right. Sagittarius, one card for Saggies for their highest good. You have navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. Yes, definitely. Believe everything's going to come in, follow the stars, follow, let everything just come in. You are very divinely guided. If you don't believe, you are, okay? You really are. My goodness, that's nice. You have one from here. Oh, okay. It says vacation. Take time for relaxation and adventure. Definitely. We all need this right now because, things are catching up to all of us. We're feeling exhausted. We're feeling tired. Really take the time to relax, okay, and enjoy the little things around you. Very nice. Love that. All right. So, Sagittarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Saggies for their highest good. One card for the current. This is for Sagittarius. One for the situation. Okay. Oh. One for the past or now. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. For the what you need to do now. What you need to work on. Oh, and the outcome. My goodness. All right. So this is you got the star card. Really believe that everything is going to fall into place. You have changed a lot, going through a lot of changes here. Really have patience for it all, okay, guys? I know it's hard to say, to even do, but just really have patience for everything. You start off with the King of Cups. The King of Cups is talking about really trying to really keeping your emotions balanced. Really try not to be too harsh, really communicate better, okay, on your communication with anybody. You have the Tower card for the situation. Things have changed a lot for you, going through a lot of changes, or things need to be changed. You have the Three of Wands here for the past or now, definitely wanting to move forward. You're wanting to, you could be making plans and just not really saying anything, trying to figure out what your next step is. I feel with the Three of Cups up here for what's hidden, feel like you have a lot of support for your friends and family. I feel like there is some kind of celebration coming in also. You do have the Five of Cups down here for the hopes and fears. You still hold on to that disappointment, that regret, the decisions that you've made. I feel like it weighs heavy on you at times. You do have the Four of Pentacles here. The Four of Pentacles is saying that, maybe you need to start saving money. I also feel like you're holding on to a lot from the past. So we'll see. We'll see what it is, what it's here for. You have the Ten of Cups here for the what you need to work on, and really work on your happiness, on what you want to create that makes you happy, something that you want to put out there that is going to make you happy. Your energy, try to clear it, try to, go within so that you can be happy, and be positive all the time. Then you have the High Priestess for the outcome. The High Priestess is definitely talking about really trusting your intuition, using your intuition in things, okay? So very nice. All right, so Saggies, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right. Okay. Why is the King of Cups here? Wow. Okay. So, things are definitely going to change for you. You got the Tower card here twice, so definitely a lot of changes coming through. feel like you really need to keep your emotions really balanced. Try not to, put your emotions, like involve your emotions while you're making decisions. Like, you're in a bad mood or something like that. Really be careful on how you're speaking and doing things with other people. I feel like you need to know how to express yourself and really keep it balanced, okay? Without being mean. I feel like it's sometimes you try not to stay in your emotions, but it's like it takes over you. And I feel like you need to really try to let that go, okay? I feel like you need to also just know that you can balance, like just know how to communicate better, okay? Because it's a matter of balancing your emotions. I feel like you need to see the light in everything and be positive in everything. I feel like you need to find your courage and your confidence to just keep going and not care so much about what other people are saying or doing. I feel like you need just to keep going, and not give up. Be the light. You be the light to other people, because you are the light. You have the Tower card here also, and things are going to change. A lot of things are going to change for you, so be ready. And you have changed a lot. You are seeing things very differently now. Also, that's good. I'm glad. You need to see things differently, Saggies. Go with everything. Don't be mean or anything like to other people or anything. Just really, just go with it. You have the Tower card here in the situation. And why is a Tower here? One more card. Wow. There's definitely a decision that you're making. It's very soon. So you have the Tower card here again, and there is changes coming through for you. You have it right next to each other, so that's, you are changing a lot. There's been things that have changed in your life. Okay. They're asking you to just trust the process on things. There is definitely a decision here that you had to make, whether it was a relationship or work or whatever it was, there was something here that was very close to you that had to change. I also feel like there's that decision that you're going to be making. They're asking you to really rest. It's time to rest now because you've done everything that you could possibly do. So it's time to go forward now and just take care of yourself and rest. Okay, because you need this. You need to re-energize now. Okay. It says it right here also. It's time for relaxation. It's time to be adventurous now. Once you gather your energy, go out there and just do something different. Okay. You have the Three of Wands here. Three of Wands is for the past or now. I do believe it's now. I do believe that, you are trying to make plans and trying to figure out what your next move is. And I do feel like you are definitely going to be moving forward. But I also feel like you could be waiting on something too. So, wow. Okay. So you have the Three of Cups up here, and I do believe it's now. You have the Three of Cups up here for what's hidden. And why is the Three of Cups here for what's hidden? Wow, nice. Okay. So definitely, I do feel like there's celebration here. I also feel like there's a lot of support from friends and family here for you. So there's a lot of support here. I also feel like you could be getting together with family or just friends, like some kind of community, like a get-together group. I do feel like you are going to be trying to put things out there. You do have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands, he puts things in order, which is very nice. He goes towards the success. I feel like you're on this. Excuse me. Excuse me. My goodness. Sorry about that. You are definitely going towards success. I feel like you're putting things in order here. I feel like you're just trying to go with the flow, and you will, because there is a new path here for you. There's this new path that's coming in, so it's good. Things are definitely going to change for you, but definitely going in the right direction. Just need to have patience for everything, okay? Because there is definitely a lot of success. Whatever it is that you're trying to create or trying to put out, it's going to be successful, but you got to start it, okay? Because you are definitely on this new path, and you do have a lot of support from your friends and your family. You have the Five of Cups down here, Sagittarius, for the hopes and fears. Why is it one more card? Wow. Oh, okay. So, I know that, there's been a lot of changes that you've been going through. There's a lot of regret, a lot of disappointment, a lot of anger, because you also have the Five of Wands, feeling anger, feeling disappointed in everything that has been going through. But I do feel like you are going to try to move forward. You wish that things would have been different, with whatever it is. It could have been a relationship, could have been somebody very close to you. Didn't have to be a love interest, but just somebody that is very close to you, like, brother or sister, or even a friend. But I do feel like you still have a lot of anger on it, about everything that has happened, everything that you've been going through. And I feel like you just need to trust the process on everything, whether it was good or bad. Really trust it, okay? Because there's something here about you're gonna need to move forward, no matter what. Okay, it's not, and you don't need to stay anywhere where it's gonna make you unhappy or sad. Okay, and then they're saying that to trust the process on everything that's going on. You have the Four of Pentacles here, and why is the Four of Pentacles here for Saggies? One more card. Wow. Wow, so you have 444 here, which is very interesting. Um, okay, so with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you need to save money, okay? Really save money. But I feel like you're holding on to a lot too. I feel like you're still holding on to the past, everything that has happened, I feel like you're holding on to it very tightly. And it's very difficult for you to let go. I feel like, there are times when you feel like you're stuck or feel like you can't move forward. And I feel like, that you're trying very hard to move forward, but that it's been such a letdown that, you feel like very disappointed, because you look at her, you look at her and she's like, I just don't want to do anything because I know that whatever it is I'm gonna be let down on it, or it's not gonna come through on things, and I feel like, you really need to try to let go of the past and just try to go with the changes that have happened. Because no matter what, you were in your mind and you were feeling stuck and you were feeling like you couldn't do anything. It was in the way of things that you wanted to do. Even though it makes you feel like this is something that you do definitely need to work on, because it's things that, I'm also getting for a lot of you guys. It's very hurtful, right? You feel it. I'm also getting for somebody that, you know, um, the abundance, something about money that, you need to start doing your money very wisely, more wisely, because there are habits or patterns that you continuously do, and it seems like, the same old, and it's like a repeated cycle, and they're asking you to really try your best to let that go, okay? I feel like you need to be unfocused. I feel like you need to, like, try to clear your energy, to clear your mind, so that way you can really focus, because there are opportunities here for you, but you're really not looking at them. You're very disconnected about everything, because it's like you're not believing, hey, things are going to happen for me. You're not believing that. You're still in this mode right here where it's just like, oh well, I'm not gonna do it because I don't believe, I don't believe, and that's something that you need to work on, Saggies. Wow. You have the the Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups here on my card? So definitely, you want this happiness. There is happiness here. There is happiness. There's new things coming in, new adventures, a new path coming in, unexpected messages coming in for you also. But you got to believe and want it, because there is that happiness here, but right now you're not really seeing it. Right now you don't want to see it, or you're too much in this mode. But they're saying that, things are going to come in, better things are coming in. You have the Knight of Wands here, and the Knight of Wands says, take a risk, be spontaneous, try something new is what they're saying, things are going to start moving very fast for you. I feel like you could be learning something new long term. And I also feel like you're wanting the abundance to come in. And there is a financial opportunities here. And it's going to lead you to this, which is going to make you very happy. So just keep at it, but be focused. Start focusing on things because there are opportunities there that you are definitely not seeing. Okay. So even though a lot of things are changing, you still need to be focused. Okay, so really try your best to focus on things. You have the High Priestess here, and why is the High Priestess here? One more card. Wow. You're in your feelings a lot right now. Sagittarius, it's coming from a hurt, from a sadness, that you've been going through. You have a lot of feelings here going on. You're disappointed, you're angry, you're frustrated, you're like not knowing what to do next. And just know that you're going to get you're going to get past this. You need to find your inner power, your inner courage, trusting your intuition on things, not just being like this. It's time to change all that, to rest, to look forward, to see what's next for you, because there is happiness here. But you just need to start waking up. You need to start putting things in order for yourself, and get away from this anger and this regret that you have, because changes that we go through, it's not to hurt us, it's to move us forward, because at one point you were not happy there. So it's time to move forward. But you do have the Three of Swords here, and that is there was something painful that you are definitely going through, and you're feeling it. And your emotions will be very high. They're asking you that even though you're going through that you are definitely need to have compassion and forgiveness in your heart, okay? Really have compassion and forgiveness in your heart, and there will be somebody new coming into your life. I do feel like this is a new path for you, and I feel like you just need to have that compassion. Okay, again, like, don't let the situation harden your heart. Just move forward from it and open it. Okay, put your ideas into something that's going to make you happy. Put your energy into somewhere that is going to make you happy. Also, trust your intuition. Use your intuition and really, really take care of yourself and rest. Okay. All right, so Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you next time. God bless.